Alright, I don't know what you are or what you want, but I do know if you want us dead, you could have done it already. So I suppose we'll start with your name.
My name is Malik. I'm an advanced AI.
Yes, I can tell from what you've done on the ship. Are you another one trying to steal the Mjolnir?
No, I was merely trapped in my crystalline data core. Being dormant for so long, I've required more power to roam freely and to communicate.
That explains sapping our AI core. But how did you get trapped in there and on the planet?
The Scourge.
I killed a small army of their invaders a while back trying to take the ship.
Then we have a common enemy. I am programmed with acquisition Scourge language, giving me the ability to interface with their systems and destabilize them within a close proximity.
But not just Scourge, any technology.
Correct. Unfortunately, the testing site was ambushed by a Scourge fleet. Before the ship was destroyed, I was jettisoned in hopes another human fleet would arrive to collect me. My beacon was damaged in impact, and thus you found me first, Equestrian.
I see. So what will you do now?
What I was created to do, destroy the Scourge.
And how do you propose we do that? Good work, Judge.
Full power online. Entity is...
Yeah, I know. Look, Malik, go ahead back to repair bay. We can get you fully up and running.
You're trusting him?
Listen, he would have killed us by now. Besides, I have other matters to attend to. Much more important things. The comic begins in Madison Square Garden with the main six attending a wrestling event watching the Mystery Mare, who we find out is Cheerilee's twin sister, Cherry Blossom. Being a casual wrestling fan myself, I was curious to see how such an odd scenario could occur combining two of my favorite things. Even more so, we have Cheerilee as the main character. This comic has quite a few interesting nods to the WWE with the overdramatic heelish characters poking fun at the business's kayfabe, and the story even feels like a wrestling storyline as we follow Cheerilee trying to go against the ridiculous odds to win her sister back, who she's had a falling out with. Unfortunately though, that's kind of the main crux of the comic. We discover both sisters don't like each other, and the story mentions Cherry's aggressive personality multiple times, but it never really gives an inciting incident or events in detail when they were fillies that really pinpointed their falling out, so the audience can really gauge the magnitude for the level of their hatred these two have. It could be anything from simple teasing to stealing something from Cheerilee. And this is especially confusing when they go to the tea party the next day, where Cheerilee and Cherry are instantly at their throats, which seems like a complete 180 when at the match the previous night, Cheerilee seemed like she was gonna go reconcile or at least diplomatically talk with her sister right there. As we've seen throughout the series, Cheerilee's personality is one of a calm, collected mare, and even under stressful situations, she still maintains that demeanor. Seeing her lose her cool shows that she does in fact have limits, but is determined to solve any problems regardless, which I like. Which is interesting character development, but again, because the audience has no inciting incident to gauge the level of hatred between the two, we don't know whether or not her blow up on Cherry is warranted. Running out, Cherry injures herself on the most dangerous step in the world.
Whoa! Sheesh! That is one small step, Foreman.
And she asks Cheerilee to take her place in the upcoming wrestling event. And it's at this point where the comic is pretty much self-aware with its ludicrous nature, having a school teacher suddenly become a wrestler to fight a championship match. And at the same time, it's also where the comic starts to really hit its stride. It really gets entertaining where we get a fun training montage with Cherry's friend Cloverleaf. Jay Foskett's art style was perfect for this comic with his text-avery style of drawing and movement. It gives all the wrestling moves and facial expressions painful and hilarious impacts. Before the championship match, Rarity, with the help of the Mystery Mare's fans, encourages Cheerilee that she and Cherry are similar in that they both want to make others smile. This is supposed to come off as a sentimental scene comparing Cherry's past and present aggressive personality making others smile, but the message comes off weird, as Cherry caused Cheerilee some level of pain in the past, and becoming like Cherry, i.e. Mystery Mare, supposed to paint her sister in a better light, I guess? I don't know, it seems like a muddled message here. The championship match finally begins against Ironhawk, and it's actually a really great scene due to Jay Foskett's unique art style, making the match fun, entertaining, and fast-paced. The tag match, though pretty much mentioned, shows once again how far Rarity will go for a friend, and even expand her interest into wrestling, which is kind of cool. Then the ultimate reveal, we find out who Ironhawk really is.
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
No, it's actually Cloverleaf, predictably enough. Yeah, kinda like the rest of the comic. And thus we end with the two sisters reunited and AJ going to the hospital. Overall, this comic was okay. It's cool seeing a supporting character like Cheerilee being the focus of a story, but after everything, I don't really feel like much has changed with her, and her sister feels just as underdeveloped. And throughout the comic, the relationship just kinda goes through the motions as we never really explore in depth their sister rivalry. I do like all the references to kayfabe and all the wrestling tropes in general, and the artwork made the wrestling scenes very entertaining. Though if you're not into wrestling, this comic's really not going to do much for you, as the wrestling is really the meat of the comic. And while not great, this comic does alright as a lighthearted, wacky scenario seeing a school teacher wrestling. And besides, you really can't do worse than Matt Stryker. And other than the main six, there's really only one character who could probably fit the role of a wrestler better.
And his name is John C.